His cunning is just so deep, and he's so entrenched in because he's faced the worst indomitable things, physical pain and torture in his life. Pain, torture, discomfort means nothing to him.
So good to see you again. The wormhole technology I've waited so patiently for. I don't want power. I want revenge.
Well, I hit the ground running, and I had him. I would go back and look, and almost just that first second you see him is almost enough to go, wow, boom. Put that down to something special in sci-fi land for historical references. You know, I was just meant to do this guy. I've absolutely no doubt about it. That I was the only guy to do it, because it took so long to find me as well. You know, it was round 3 of testing to find me. And once they found me, you know, that was it. But no one thought of me, and I wouldn't have thought that I would ever do anything like it. But I look at those first 4 eps as well and go, wow, you know, I've even surprised myself just how clear the characterisation was.
I am Scorpius. But of course you are.
The easiest choice was, you know, a deeper voice. I have a pretty round sort of deep voice. So I just played with the high-pitched thing, and it gives him a creepiness.
We must know when to be strong and when to show compassion.
Thank you. Thank you.
As a matter of honor, sometimes we must be willing to give of ourselves.
It's hard to connect with this thing that looks like that and speaks like that up in there.
Hello, John.
Now you tell me everything you know about wormholes. Everything!
The growl and the deeper voice is the Scaran side.
Found it.
So, in a sense, it makes sense that the high-pitched voice has evolved because he's been resisting the Scaran side. He wants to go as far away as possible from this Scaran thing that he is. And he's ended up in there somewhere.
That Commandant bitch will return here any time. I must be able to report success, or she's going to scrap my wormhole project, and soon the Scarans will rule half this galaxy.
Oh, Grasshopper, you're so screwed.
We see him lose control with Crichton in Season 3, but it's only in front of Crichton. Season 4, he loses control in front of others, and this is in and around the flowers. And we see him, you know, use that voice, and it's his Scaran side. And he's been defeated in a funny way. He's defeated himself, and he's even displayed it to people.
Didn't know about it.
Stark didn't know about it! This must be a new addition by the Scarans!
He doesn't like to lose, does he?
The voice, as I say, it's like a meter, you know. It's like at home we have we have a meter for fire danger. It goes from green to red, you know. And so his voice is like a meter. When it's in the high pitched, he's in control and everything's going swimmingly, and it's the Scorpio that, you know, we sort of love. When it's down in there, fire is burning. It's a big brush fire and it's out of control. But the guy that's powerful is the guy that is up in there. He's speaking high and is eloquent, and, you know, takes his time. The rhythms are different. The whole thing.
You think I'm bluffing?
Do you want to die?
I really can't remember when I first, you know, did the growl, etc. But it just seems so obvious. He actually has numerous voices.
I promise you, the wormhole calculations you have wrong.
Who's there?
Who's there?
So I think the first time I actually used the growl voice was when he was on his own, actually. One of those moments of frustration. So the only people who see it is the audience, which is great. It's like, oh, there's the Scarron in him. Whoa, he is a beast.
You leave me the hell alone. Or the next time we part, one of us will be dead.
The acid bath. The audience sees that, no one else did. They're ahead of the pack. Oh, you cunning bugger.
My earliest memory
Oh, God.
is pain.
The two elements that make him up, the Peacekeeper, the Scarron, he's in denial of both. You know, he doesn't fall in either camp. He's had to forge an identity of his own. It's like in America, you know, with the notion of plastic surgery and the rest of it, people create another sense of themselves. And he's in that sort of area.
What is that?
My boy Scorpius. He's half scared and got a hell of a heat problem.
Physically, he has changed his whole way that he looks. He's reptilian. I mean, each day he's, you know, depending on the conditions, how hot he is, you know, he's looking different. That's him. He's changing. He's like, you know, not so much a chameleon, but depending on the physical, environmental conditions, he might be really sweaty, and you get that sheen effect that we had in season 4, which we didn't have at the top. It was like quite flat. He's a lizard. It's a living thing. His skin and everything, and it's skin that's been tortured. He's not meant to look like that. So I think that's a good thing. I mean, everyone changes, haircuts, etc. But he changes as well. It's not just like this flat, set piece of makeup. No, it's evolving all the time. Every day's different.
I have chosen the name Scorpius.
Interesting choice.
So he's forged his own identity out of resistance, out of education. He's singular. He's on his own. He doesn't share anything with people or creatures unless it's in a way of just to empower himself or to win a situation, or he doesn't share things unless it's sharing something with John Crichton to get the wormhole knowledge.
I have shared these memories for a reason.
Intimacy, no, wrong. Intimacy is him in a room on his own with coolant rods, you know, trying to get cool. That's intimacy for him.
Sorry to wake you, sir, but I think we've finally done it.
He's self-sufficient in a way that no one actually understands in Farscape land or as an audience member. Well, obviously he identifies in Crichton with something in himself, because Crichton is a singular being in our world of Farscape.
Crichton.
He's the only sort of being like Scorpius. Scorpius is a singular entity. There is no reflection of Scorpius, as there is no reflection of John Crichton in our world. So yes, he identifies with John Crichton and the struggles of Crichton.
I am in control of me!
No more John.
Screw you!
The reverse is more like.
Maybe that's a part of the attachment. There's more to just the want, the need of information and data. There is a real curiosity in the sense of, and within that, there's a regard of, you know, this guy's struggle.
I've never felt this connected, John.
You're not going all mushy on me back there, are you?
You know, the yin and yang thing, you know. They are one of maybe the same, maybe. Maybe that's where we were going, maybe.
You put something in my head.
You know, we have had a chip in Crichton's head. Crichton's got to live with it.
This is no time to be having fun, John. Get lost! You've got to focus.
Scorpius is forever saying, you know, don't be this person. Don't be weak, John. You know, don't. It's like, you know, I'm trying to mould him. And he is. Trying to mould him into the being that he wants him to be. You know, you're this, you're that.
This is intolerable for both of us. End it, John. Free us from one another.
Don't give me that human wishy-washy crap. You know?
It's not too late to change the outcome.
Oh, you know everything about me.
He's trying to mould him. But in and around that, he sees a sense of himself in John. And it's like, so it's reflective. It's like, well, I'm not like that. Nor should you be. You want to be as potent as me? You want to survive in this world? You know, get with the picture.
Braca? He'll never bother you again.
We had a chain and a dog collar. We put it on, and, you know, I'm standing there with a chain and dog collar. Well, and Rowan Woods was directing that particular episode, and we had a discussion, and I filled Rowan in on, you know, I'm not interested in looking good here, you know. We're not interested in looking good. In fact, we want to make him look as weak as possible. And I found myself on all fours just by chance. And Rowan just said, that looks pretty good. Give that a go. And that's what we went with. And it's great because the submissive thing with Braca, you know, all of that, totally in submission. People had a big problem with it. Fans particularly did not like to see him turn down that much. But I want them to know that in the turning down, he's actually been turned up. And you get it when he's in the grave, getting covered, you know, and he says,
Say Skernak. It'll save you.
Braca, wait! Skernak!
What did you say?
Skernak!
Do not let them bury me.
There's nothing wrong with him at all. And, you know, in that moment, you should get it. He's been playing, and they're burying him, and he's going to be. Is he going to be okay? Well, he was ultimately okay. This is the thing of, you know, Scorpia's hero. They don't want to see their villain hero in such a predicament. But that's how cunning he is. That's how far he's prepared to go. He's so confident. He's prepared to give it all away. Give it all away. To ultimately win. But fans have had a big issue with it. I know it was the right choice. And it's creepy. It's really creepy. I mean, it has all those sexual undertones, and it's creepy, and, you know, a lot's been cut out, I've got to tell you. Particularly looking at, there was a lot of Braca and Scorpio on his knees, as, you know, as the puppy dog, basically being voyeurs to Grazer and Crichton. A lot of it's been cut out, because I was doing all this panting and mad shaking. You get a glimpse of it when I'm in the bunker and I lick her shoes. I mean, that was all me, you know, the licking of the shoes. Some people had a bit of an issue with that. Not fans, but some of my fellow actors. Why are you doing that? You know, I'm selling it. I'm selling that he's just so submissive to her. To her, the one person who he has no regard for. He's licking her feet. There's a lot cut out. I went further than we actually saw. So a lot of that is probably being sensitive to the audience. But we get a pretty good taste. We probably get enough. But they're the sort of days where some people probably walked away going, what's he doing now, you know? What's he doing now? He's out of control.
Drink.
I wanted to show him totally brain dead. He's gone. He's at anyone's mercy, beck and call. A lot of fans have big issues with that, seeing him so suppressed, you know. But for me, it's like, that's how far he's prepared to go, to sell a lie.
Does Grazer know you're my spy?
No. But she'll figure it out when she discovers you're alive.
She must never find that out.
At the end of the day, he has no respect for anyone of a higher rank. No respect whatsoever. It's all about him and his agenda.
Why should we care what insignificant systems think?
We're uniting as much of the uncharted territories as possible to improve our bargaining position with the Scarans.
The Council intends to negotiate.
A truce is being explored.
A truce won't prevent an invasion. As a show of weakness, it may even hasten one.
He can play the game, as a politician plays the game. But underneath all of that, he's really only looking after himself, as always. The only person he respects, if he has any respect at all, is John Crichton.
John Crichton. Commander John Crichton. Generations will know that name.
Because he hasn't got any rank. He's this exotic creature.
Very soon, the Scarans will destroy us.
One evil at a time.
Do you know why you're my second in command, Bracker?
No, sir.
Because you don't ask questions.
Scorpius hasn't got friends in his world. And I don't even know if Bracker would qualify as a friend.
You're dead.
Well, he's a pawn. He's a pawn that Scorpius certainly has empowered and has a sense of trust. I mean, they have a strong relationship. It seems as though he has a sense of his own ambition, but it is purely to serve the boss. And I think he's very loyal. For someone who's such a snake, he's loyal to the boss because he actually knows, where his paycheck's coming from. He knows that this guy is the team to be on. Team Scorpio is the team to be on.
Well done.
Dave's very cheeky, and he's irreverent, I think, and you get that, which is great. There's fun, there's a glint in his eyes.
Don't do this, Bracker. I made you.
No, I made you.
Which I think is a great balance to me, because I'm so still and, serious. So I think we have a really good balance, and physically, it's a very different thing to look at. Dave, he's almost the archetypal, like Nazi in some regards, the dark hair, and he's sharp, and but Dave has an irreverence and a lightness about his work, and it's cheeky, which I think is really great. Because again, that's a thing that like characters in scenes, I don't think people really take Bracker that seriously. That's what makes him powerful.
You are officially authorized to take control of the situation as you see appropriate. Congratulations, sir.
Well, he's more the Iago than Scorpius is, If people think of Scorpius as Iago, no, he's not. He's more like Othello in a sense. He's the Iago, Bracker. He's the little cunning, sort of ambitious wheeler-dealer. That there's more going on than meets the eye. With Scorpius, you know what's going on. Scorpius isn't Othello, but he's more the Richard III or the Macbeth, whereas Bracker is certainly the Iago in Shakespearean terms.
Grasshopper, tell me your plan for saving Earth.
By a simple declaration of alliance, even infuriated, Empress Staley would be forced to stay his attack, or by its inception, incur a war that he is still afraid of losing.
Season 4 was probably, for me, my most problematic year. By bringing me on board Moya, created a lot of problems for me as an actor. I found myself in situations where I knew that I shouldn't be privy to particular conversations or be in a room at a particular time, and I found that I felt in my acting, and it's been confirmed since I watched the episodes, that my acting style and he got more naturalistic and more human. So we got away from him, his magic, I thought. Then there were some magic moments of, again, problems where we solved the problem on the floor.
You could do with some assistance.
Do you really think our relationship has progressed that far?
There's the guys in the big suits who are actually Scarans on board Moya, and Crichton gives me a weapon. And I'm behind him. And Benny on the day said, I wouldn't give Scorpius a weapon. And I just made this offhand comment, well, maybe it's got blanks in it. Ah, that's interesting.
Are you looking for someone? Thank you, John.
Even though it was a bit cutesy, again, that was a cutesy moment. And I wonder about those moments. Are they earned? May have been earned in that moment. But we earned a nice moment out of a problem. As I've said before many times, the problem is the solution.
To victory over Scaran domination.
To you. I also had my best moment for a long time. And it, again, was a thing by chance, I think. It was in an edit, in a cut. And it's the very, very final image of Scorpius with Sikozu on his knee. Now that day, we were doing erotic asphyxiation with that leather strap. I saw it in LA when I was in LA earlier this year, and I was watching it, and I was pretty apprehensive. Because I know it's the final image of him, the last time we see him. But the cut is so hard and so final. What it said to me, and I cheered, what it said to me was, I just killed her. The girl who rebuilt my coolant rod has been like a bit of a buddy. And again, the buddy thing, problematic. Problematic. He doesn't need buddies. He's just topped her. That's him. Now, whether that was a deliberate thing, you'd like to think it was. They've gone, we need to harden him up. It's the end. Harden him up. Leave the audience with the real Scorpius. Or it was by chance, just by the cut. I don't know. I'll have a conversation with Prousey about it, because it was brilliant. I cheered and went, wow, thank the Lord, you know. We leave him as we know him.
For resisting the enemy.
For not resisting. Your friend.
Fans have asked me, that final scene, Wayne, did you actually really kill Sikozu? And I go, maybe.